Hey guys, good evening. I'm back with another video. Hoping y'all had a great day. Hoping y'all had a great day at work. Hoping they are winding down, getting ready for bed. If not already in bed, you'll get this tomorrow. So I was just here, just chilling, seeing how y'all doing. I'm not gonna do the makeup thing tonight. I think I'll do it more or less in the daytime because I realized how crazy it looked to try to do it at night. It just didn't make, especially in the dark, didn't make no sense. Even though I got this light here, but I'd rather do it in the daytime, which at the same time I have to get more products for it. I tried this pink lipstick, but I look crazy as hell with it. It just didn't fit my face at all. It's probably something I shouldn't wear unless I have a lot of makeup on it, like to go with it professionally. I'm not quite there at all yet, so I would not be doing that. I was thinking, um, what's going on in the world? Yeah, what's going on with y'all? What are y'all going through? Life nowadays seems pretty hard. I put on some a little bit of foundation. Um to get rid of them dark spots. I tried to put on some pink stuff 'cause I see it coming out on the side there. But I took it off because the makeup just wasn't coming out right and I didn't want to try to wear it. I can still kind of see it. What's going on with y'all? How y'all day go? What do y'all do for fun? You know what I'm saying? Where do y'all go? How do you decompress? You know, what works for y'all? I would like to know. I got another question. How in tune are y'all with yourself? Do you ever get like that feeling something's gonna happen but you can't quite put your finger on it, but something could happen soon? Have you ever got those feelings? Like, are you in tune? Like, are you able to see through people's stuff? Through people's like BS? Do you know if your aura is good? Do you know if your spirit is filled? I said filled. Do you know if your spirit is full? You know? I need y'all to tap in and figure out what's going on. And also, I was talking to somebody, and I realized something nowadays. I realized that a couple of years ago, as a matter of fact, when it comes to dating and stuff, and I realized how fast a lot of people move. And there's nothing wrong with moving fast as long as you actually love each other. Because I feel like nowadays people don't really love each other. They'll love that you make money. They'll love that you look good. They'll love that you could take care of them. Or for momentarily you can make them laugh. And all that shit fades. I feel like sometimes on some level you're going to have to really get to know somebody for your relationship to work. And even back in the day with our grandfathers and grandmothers, they were actually friends. Some of them, I'm sure there was relationships when they weren't really friends, but they were just together for the kids. But before it even got that deep, they were friends at one point. How did they lose? How did they lose track? What happened to the friendship? For the men that left, like our grandmothers, which didn't happen to mine, my grandmother and my grandfather on both sides was together. To both my grandfathers died for different reasons, so that didn't happen to mine. But to a lot of people, he'll have their granddad will have a family 2 blocks away or down the block. Like, what happens to y'all men? Y'all just check out, expect her to stay and not be with Uncle Lester up the block, while you have a whole family 2 blocks down the block that she didn't ask you for? Why do y'all never get back in tune with your wives? Why don't you ever be like, you know what? Let me see what's going on with her. Y'all get mad, y'all get in y'all bag, and y'all just disappear on to the next family. I was just thinking that was in my head because the wife would leave, right? They said we would leave, the woman would leave first, of course, because we get tired of the BS. And why should I be without a man because you decided to cheat and start a whole new family up the block? You know, it's just those ideas are floating in my head. I want to know what's up with that. I'm just thinking out loud. I found that weird. The guys will complain about it, how things ain't the same. Well, I feel like we don't get to know each other the same. We don't sit down and have dinners. When we have an argument about whatever, it's not fully let go. It's like hovering and it's brought into the next argument. So they bring in baggage from 2 weeks ago to the argument this week. It's like you gotta win. If you don't win and have it your way, it's like no way. I find that ridiculous. And that's how I know. It wasn't really meant to be. I find that ridiculous. I think we could do better than that. I think we could actually get to know each other, or you get to know them and you realize they're not for you, and that's okay. But I think it's a better chance of you doing that than just sitting in something because you got kids or whatever, or before you even get to that point of having kids, you get yourself into something because you didn't take the time. I think you guys should take the time, so you can meet the right person, so you don't have to get a divorce, so you don't have to have a repeat bad patterns. I'm just thinking out loud at this point. But I just found that very crazy, And I was like, why did the grandmothers give up early? Why did they want divorces? I get it. Child, I get it. I get it. It's just why I didn't get married, or I didn't have kids with just any man. I probably could have had 2 or 3 kids right now. But I didn't want it with some knucklehead that I knew wasn't right in the head. I think that would have been the biggest mistake of my life, because you're stuck with these people. You can't shake them off of you. Stuff like that. I don't know, that's just running around in my head. I had another good thought. I think it's going to come back to me in a couple of minutes. But I'm just thinking out loud. I think that's something that should be looked into. There's nothing wrong with thinking before we act, thinking before we make big decisions, and then getting mad when they don't work out. I think that's what dating is, getting to know the people. And they be like, weeding out what works and what don't work type stuff. I can't think about what I wanted to say. I was just thinking, that was in my head. I know that's very random, but I think y'all should get more in tune with yourself. Y'all should listen to that voice within. Now, sometimes that voice within could be a nut job, and at that point, you turn them all the way down, and you bring up that good, positive voice that's talking to you, that tells you to do all the positive stuff to help people and help yourself. Listen to that voice, not the crazy one, okay? Because I believe we all have a good side and a bad side. I choose to stick with the good side. I like the good side. The good side keeps me out of trouble, keeps me above ground, and it keeps me comfortable. The bad one will have me locked up, okay? In a place with a bunch of, I won't say it never, I would not ever want to be. Because it's pretty crazy. I can't wait to go outside with y'all, man. I hope I get a JLB soon. Because this waiting stuff is crazy. And I think it's mostly because of my hours. I think because my school is from 9 to 2:20. 9:30 to 2:20 is messing me up. Though any job I get will be in the afternoon anyway. So I don't know how that could be. I'm gonna try to call these people tomorrow and see if they can help me get something. It just don't make no sense. And I can finally send in the papers. Hopefully we get good news is what I hope for. Good news only. Only good news is what I want. Woo! Some other stuff happened to me this week, but I don't really want to talk about it because I'm just hoping for the best. And if the worst, something not what I want to come out of it happens, then we'll talk about it with y'all. Right now, I just have to wait and see what's going on. Let me see what else could I do. What else? I'll be back. Would y'all please like, subscribe, share? I'll be back. So I just lost my train of thought. That's what I get for not writing shit down. That's what happens when you don't write shit down. You forget about it really quick. Really quickly. It all goes away. Yeah. So I can't think about what I was trying to say. Dang. I'll be back, y'all. Give me a couple of minutes.